Hello, and welcome to this afternoon taste challenge. Well, I have from 2004 Caliber Premium. I don't know about premium, but premium, they say Canadian whiskey. A smooth and mellow blend from our master distillers in a beautiful plastic bottle, $5.96 for each 750 milliliter. $9.99 for the 1.75 liter. That is the truth. Distilled from premium grain, bottled by I.W.A. Distilling Company Limited, Louisville, Kentucky. That's Sazerac. There's the crown and the two maple leafs to let you know Canada. Now, I was looking at trademark information and it said the owner is Walmart. Okay, they acquired it and it was first used. This trademark was first used in 2004. But I've seen it at other stores. I've seen Caliber at Savannah Discount. I see that the Iowa Liquor Control Board sells it because, you know, Iowa has socialized liquor sales. Ace Spirits in Minnesota sells it online liquor store and actual liquor store. I mean, I see it at Walmart. Every Walmart I go to, I see Caliber. That's one of their big things. They push a whole wall of it, of everything: rum, gin, vodka. It's Canadian blended whiskey. Hadn't seen bourbon. So I don't know how other stores get it. I don't know the arrangement. Okay, we're going up against Heir to the Throne, which I've never seen anywhere but Walmart, but only one Walmart. Okay, and that was the one here. So I don't know what the story is with Caliber. Rebel Spirits, Gardena, California. Now, a year ago, I looked up Rebel Spirits and they showed their product lineup, but it didn't list this one. I went to check Rebel Spirits a few weeks ago. It said Rebel Spirits notification acquired by some other distilling firm, distilling distributor, not a distiller, but a liquor distributor. So like, I don't know what's going on. It may not exist anymore. When was it introduced? I don't know. Is it still produced? I don't know. All I know is it's from Canada. I don't know the age, and I know it's 80 proof. And it's got a very tight, actual real cork. Very tight. Not rubberized. Okay. Will I be able to tell them apart? Yes. Why? Well, I've gotten very used to the Sazerac line of flavored Canadian whiskey. All right. They're unique. They taste, well, they taste the same. But when you do one against the other, then you'll start noticing some slight variations, but they're essentially the same to me. The Canadian Hunter, Canadian Limited, the Rich and Rare, the Caliber, the Albertsons, I got some in my cabinet. I've never opened them. Northern Lights, Canadian Leaf was similar, not quite the same. James Fox, I would assume, is the same, but that came from Seagram's. But it's same with flavoring. So I don't know. I really just don't know. I know I'd like to try them all just to see. Sazerac's website has been down for a month. If it does like Pabst, it'll be down for years with no information. Heir to the Throne, I'm starting to get a handle on that. Well, this pour, it really comes out with this built-in pourer. They even have that on the big 1.75 liter. Now, the 1.75 is a much better value. You pay $4 more, $9.99, and you get this size bottle plus the extra 1,000. I mean, there ain't much cheaper than that unless you run across Gibson's at Savannah Discount in the beautiful glass bottle for $9.99, 3 cents more. But to me, it tastes worse. But, you know, that's me. That's my opinion. The Canadians, they got angry when I said that. The Canadian viewers were like, you know, that's crazy talk. It's not crazy talk because it's what I was tasting, you know. Just didn't taste too delightful to me. I only have about 90% of that bottle left, 80% of the bottle. Appearance. Tyler Mansell says thumbs up. Hey, Tyler. You could join the hangout if you want. Okay. I know you don't have these two. I don't think Seattle, I don't think Washington State sells liquor at grocery stores. I don't think they allow it. You ever notice how the liberal states are usually more restrictive? Like they say, we're all about freedom, man. Well, why you got all these restrictions telling people what to do? Oh boy. Hello? I'm doing a whiskey taste challenge right now. What's going on with you? Yeah, that's okay. We'll get together soon. All right. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Well, I better get back to this hangout. So, okay. All right. Thanks for calling. Bye. David with the beard. Big David. He was thinking about coming over here to do some beer tasting, but he said he's kind of tired from cleaning the house. He didn't really feel like riding out here. 3:30 Central Time. He's got to go to work tomorrow. I didn't feel like going over there. I was in New Orleans today. I went to the Mass. I went to church at 10 o'clock at the Tulane Chapel. It's an actual church at Tulane. So that went on over an hour because the priest was talking about how they were going to renovate the church, and then they didn't have enough money, and they thought they were going to have enough, and then all of this. So it was very interesting. I got 6 churches left, and then I've been to every Mass at every one in the New Orleans area, either the city itself or parishes that touch the city. Okay, you say, wow, I'm really interested in that. I watched this for whiskey, not your church adventures. Okay, all right, I'm just telling you what happened. Then I went to see Cartwright in the home, the nursing home. Very famous drinker from New Orleans. Hey, if you drink enough that they put you in the paper, the newspaper, and make an article about you, that's dedication. But he's paying for it now, I guess. But I feel bad for him because he got the diabetes. That's what really did him in. But he seemed in a good spirits today. And then some of the viewers know Cartwright. And then I went doing some beer shopping. And then I came home and ate the rest of that corn and shrimp soup. And took a little nap and I went walking. Blah, blah, blah. I watched all the rest of the baseball highlights. You say, okay, all right. It's not a vlog. I don't care. I understand. I don't watch vlogs. I don't want to violate my own protocol. They're both amber. They both look the same in appearance. Tyler says rich and rare here. Yeah, that's very common in Louisiana, let me tell you. Tyler, you still watching? Do y'all get Canadian Limited? But no, what I was saying before he called was the states that say they're the most liberal usually have the most restrictions. I've noticed, like, oh, cigarettes, $25 a carton, you know, and you got to fill out 16 forms and be examined, you know, and go through counseling if you want to really smoke. And then you got to go through this training, got to go through attitude training if you get in trouble at school or something. Like literally training. In communist China, they called that a struggle session. That was to make you a new socialist new man, and to get rid of your unapproved thoughts. And if that didn't work, then they would beat you to death or strangle you, which was another preferred method. But so you say, well, that's not how Washington State is. Oh, I know that. It's going to take a while, you know, to get that far down the road to the Red Star over Seattle, you know. But they're getting there. I believe we would get Canadian Limited. I did get a glass bottle of Rich and Rare at Total Wine for $12 after taxes. Not bad. I'm sorry you got to pay so much. It'd be about $8.75 here after tax. But you know, you deal with what you got to deal with. All right. I'm not picking on Washington State because I went there twice. I liked it, you know. If I went to Cuba, I might like it, but I wouldn't say I want their government. But I shouldn't have gone on that whole rant, but I'm saying the ones that claim to be more open are usually more restrictive, more totalitarian oriented. This is Caliber because it has that Canadian whiskey, full nose, pungent, full, rich nose, sweet candy corn, sweet corn, the flavorings, almond, vanilla. I don't know what they use in it, okay? They don't say, right, I am with you and understand. Okay, thank you. Not that you're obligated to agree with me nor understand me, but some people think that I'm demanding that. You know, how dare you make comments that I don't agree with? I'll show you. I'll put a thumbs down. I'll get a whole gang to join me. We'll show you. I'll have 12 accounts and I'll just switch to the next account, put a thumbs down, next account, thumbs down. That'll show you, you draw of trader. Now this one is not that different. But it's different. It's got a thinner nose, like it's not as pungent or full. It's got a little more grain alcohol burn. Oh, they're both 80 proof. But it's probably got flavor, and they don't have to disclose it, okay? Sazerac does that as a courtesy. They'll put Canadian whiskey with flavorings. Natural flavor. It has to be natural flavorings. That is the truth. But they're not required to. The only thing I saw about the law in Canada was that if you wrote a letter to the company asking what flavors do they use, they would have to write a certification back to you saying, this company uses flavorings at no more than the allowable amount of 9.79%. And you know, we use coloring. I think they must use coloring in these. They're a little too amber for they're probably really young. If you put it in a used barrel for 3 years, would it be this dark? I don't think so, but I'm not an expert. Okay. Which one smells better? Well, it's a toss up because they're different approaches. There's two different approaches. The one doesn't smell worse than the other. I know that much. I know the Caliber's $5.96. That price has been the same since I can remember seeing it years ago. The Heir to the Throne was $15.96. Or $15.69. So we're talking about $10 more per bottle. Is it worth $10 more per bottle? That has not been my experience, no. But then I might say that about Crown Royal. I might say, oh, well, Crown Royal's all right, but it's not worth $10 more a bottle than whatever. But I haven't got to that yet. And if you're watching this, you might say, you're cuckoo, because if you wanted a lot of views, you would do Crown Royal. I mean, that's the one you would do, not some whiskey brand nobody ever heard of. I agree with that. If I was chasing views on this channel and chasing subs, I mean, you wouldn't see me reviewing some off-the-wall stuff. I'd be doing the big boys that get all the views. But that's not my bag, you know. I'm just a viewer. I told y'all that on my 5 beer-related things about me, beer, wine, and whiskey, alcohol-related things about me. I'm a viewer. I watch the videos. And I just happen to make some too. But that's my main thing. I like to watch them and comment. And most of the people that make videos are pretty cool about it. They'll respond back. Nice. Some ignore their viewers. Then you got a little few hostile ones, you know. But that's few and far between. They're sort of got a lot of probably unhappiness in their lives. So they lash out in anger against people they don't know. Sad to have such anger. Why did you bring up Canadian Limited? Do you recommend it? I recommend it, but I didn't bring it up so I could recommend it. I brought it up because it's similar to this. All right. It's got the same flavor profile. Hey, you know, some people might say it's the same thing in two different bottles. Yeah. No comment. All right. No comment. Are there any Canadian limited variants? Hey, I don't know. They got rich and rare apple. I see that around. I think there's rich and rare cinnamon flavor. And I believe I saw another one that was like rich and rare. I don't know. It's like maple syrup. Something like Sazerac has a lot of brands they don't bother listing. So you can run across some real exotic things if you just shop the liquor stores. I got to stay out of those stores though because I buy too much stuff. I have too much now. So that one's got all of those flavors. Here we go over here. Oh, and David says going by the hot rod shop. He hadn't been hanging out with them too much lately. I'd like to go back to the hot rod shop too. Today it was just, if I went to his house and we hang out and drank some beer, and then I would be so delayed coming back here. I wanted to watch the baseball highlights. I wanted to go walking again and see if the man had done my fence work. He did. Came out great. So it just didn't work out. But we both wanted to do the get together. But he said definitely we're going to do some more reviews. Once all these busy weekends are over. With the church fair, the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, he had to go work at that. Yeah. Just so many things going on. College baseball games. This Canadian Limited, I mean, this Canadian, what is it called? Heir to the Throne. This Heir to the Throne, I don't know. There's some like little flaw to it though. Alice says, I see. It's a little flaw. It's like a tiny little harsh thing at the end, at the bottom of the sip. Not the end of the sip, at the bottom. You know, a sip, you ever notice they'll have like a top side flavor and a middle flavor and a bottom flavor? An undertaste, I call it. There's the the westbound Kansas City Southern. Must be heading to Baton Rouge and then on to, goes all the way to California. All right. It's like a little, rubbing alcohol bite to it. Now the Gibson's was much harsher. That one was really like, ouch, ouch. It was like a double bite of ouchness. Oh man, I was so glad to finish that Gibson's for the current taste challenges. Yeah, I still got to do a lot more tasting with it, but this one is kind of like that. G and JK says try Windsor Canadian. Huh, got one in the cabinet. People have been asking me for 2 years. When are you going to open it up? I mean, this is ridiculous. I plan to. I just have to get through this exercise. It's so many. And I've been having it for years. The Windsor Canadian, bought at Winn-Dixie on this same highway out there, but in a different town. $10.99. If you saw all the bourbon, if you saw all the scotch, you would just be appalled or delighted or jealous, but you'd probably laugh at me and say, that's not even good stuff. It's just, why'd you buy it? I'd say because it was cheap. And I figured if I never taste it, then I'll never know what it tastes like. So this one has a little bit of that. It gives you kind of a shiver. I've had it very common in Wisconsin, says Tyler, the Windsor Canadian. Yeah, if you look on the website for Beam Suntory, it talks about how Windsor Canadian is like the top selling Canadian whiskey on the upper states, the states that border Canada. It's obscure down here. I mean, I saw it in Winn-Dixie. I never really saw it again. But up there, it's like their, #1 whiskey. Canadian whiskey. I mean, aside from Crown Royal, of course. I have the Northern Lights in the cabinet. I have James Fox in the cabinet. I have Lord Calvert in the cabinet. It's ridiculous. If you saw it, you would say, oh no. You might say, this is pathetic. Can I try them all with you? And I'd say, sure. This is going to sound bad, what I'm about to say, but I think I prefer the caliber. You say, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm never watching your videos again. I'm sorry, but nobody's going to say that. No one's going to say that because I didn't offend anybody, because no one's ever had Heir to the Throne but me in the whole world, I think. And there's some other people, I don't know them. I know someone else bought it. So how can I offend you? You never had Heir to the Throne. I wish I would find a video for it. I couldn't find any videos. I looked up Heir to the Throne. It was all kind of like movies, like some online movies about the medieval days. Oh, it's all right. It's not bad, of course. It's got a lot of grain. If you like grain, like cereal grain, which what do you think whiskey is made out of? But I don't know. I think the caliber beats it, and it's only $5.96 a bottle. And I'm sorry, you may not like me saying that, but that's the way I feel about it. And I do have to call them like I see them. And I'm so tempted now, but it'll be a while because I still have a good 40% of, well, okay, 35% of this bottle left. That's not going to go away too fast. But I'm thinking, I'm thinking I might go back to Walmart and buy a big bottle of it, because I could just use it for years, like 10 years in a taste challenge series, one after the other. And I like it, so it's not going to be any kind of chore. And yeah. I'm tempted to go buy the Winn-Dixie brand, but they're kind of expensive and relative to these other ones, and they're only in those big old bottles. And what if it's no good, And the CVS brand, the Grand Legacy Canadian blended. I bought the American blended, $10.99, big old bottle. Maybe if Sazerac, maybe if CVS drops it to $9.99 on a sale, I'll get it. And then they have rum too. I don't know. I can't buy everything. I would like to, but I'm not a hoarder. I'm not going to buy. I know a guy who's like really crazy. He's not actually crazy. He doesn't hear voices, and I don't think, and he doesn't see things that aren't there. I don't believe he does. And he was the president of Louisiana Concrete Institute. Like, they design all these bridges. He's one of the people that designed some of the bridges and locks and dams around here, water gates. But he stores so much stuff in his house that he built an extra shed just to store more stuff. And I thought, wow, that's somebody that, I know I got problems. We all have problems. I do strange things too, but I'm not going to build an extra shed to store more old junk. So I'm not going to buy all that stuff. I don't want to become that, It's like, I don't need all this. I told David, we got to get rid of the museum. He agreed with that. He said, yeah, I have too much stuff, especially this beer. It's like crazy. It's all going to go bad. It's not made to age. I said, yeah, I mean, what's the whole purpose of having an entire room basically full of boxes and boxes of beer? Oh, I mean, they're very highfalutin beers. They're $12 a bottle. Some of these, really expensive, top of the line stuff. But he said, some of those are like 8 years old. I said, I don't know. It might be rancid by now, but you never know. He said, it was almost like he didn't want to drink it because then it would be gone. But then what's the point of having it if you're not going to drink it? You know what I mean? This is a consumer product. You buy the whiskey to drink it, not to save it. So you could have a closet full and say, look at all the stuff I got. Yeah, what's the purpose of it? Oh, I don't know. That's not good. Mm. I see Vaughn. It's a little bit too big of a gulp I took there at the end. Woo! But I gotta say this about Caliber, man. It's Walmart brand. It's cheap, $5.96. But I took an unusually large gulp just now. But it did not burn too bad. It went down pretty smooth. I don't know. It's got a weird cake frosting thing. But some people, everybody's got a sweet tooth. People these days want to drink everything sugar, sugar, sugar. So, hey, I mean, you might like it. I'm starting to like it. It seemed like it's weird because I thought at first this is going to be ghastly. But every time I take sips of it, it's better than the previous sip. Well, to me, that's a good indication. You buy some cut rate stuff, like some viewers would call rot gut, whatever, you know. It's coming from Louisville, Kentucky. Well, it's bottled there. It's coming from Canada. But every time you drink it, it tastes better than the previous time. I don't know. That's a good sign to me. Get ready because, oh, I have a beer challenge coming up. And I can't wait too long. You say, you can't drink beer right after drinking whiskey. You can't. You know what your video is going to look like? Yeah, I know. But I got this exciting taste challenge. Do y'all think I should do it in a few minutes? Michelob versus Anchor Steam. I'm talking about the original Michelob, not Michelob Ultra. I mean, come on now. Nick says, afternoon. Afternoon to you, Nick. Scruffy the janitor says, I got some of my dead stepdad's moonshine. I don't know when I ever drank it. So that's what I'm talking about. This saving stuff forever. Geary, uh-oh. Geary says, I'm vegging. Watching Gone in 60 seconds. That's my whiskey record. Don't ask how much. That last gulp, I think I was trying to give you a run for your money. Wow. Well, I didn't pour too much to start with, so Tyler, don't encourage Tyler. Tyler just said yes. No. No. All right. Well, Tuesday, this is the plan. We don't know what tomorrow holds, but the plan is Tuesday, we're going to do another Canadian whiskey taste challenge in the morning. Yes, that's right. Then in the afternoon, going to do another rum challenge. You say, well, what rum is that? Oh, Bacardi Gold versus Bacardi Castillo Gold. That will be no kind of challenge because Castillo Gold is so strange. It's got to be the strangest thing I've ever tasted. Well, I guarantee I'm going to get it on aroma only, just like these two. What did I do at the beginning of this video? Go watch the replay. I sniffed, I said, that's Caliber. Now, is that going to happen with Anchor Steam and Michelob? I don't know, man. I'm a little nervous about that one. But I'll do it anyway. I'll do it anyway. I'll do it anyway. I was saying yes to your beer challenge, laugh out loud. Oh yeah. Well, you got to excuse me because the glass is empty. But anyway, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got a beer taste challenge coming up. Like a flower.